Hey guys, welcome back. DreamReaver23 here with another Let's Play episode of Factorio, the game of awesomeness, and I've done some work, if you haven't noticed. I cleared out a lot of this space that we did on the last episode. I was trying to get some stuff taken care of and getting stuff set up, and it was just frustrating me to no end. But I went back through and kind of rearranged the stuff, and just moved it around a little bit. Give me one sec, guys. I'll get a sip of my soda pop. So let me explain what I've done up to this point, and then we'll move forward and go on along the way. So starting off over here, this is pretty much the same, except I changed it up a little bit to where I have a smart inserter going to these right here, and then a smart inserter right here, which is set up with a filter to where it only pulls up the copper ore. And so what this is doing basically is the copper mine right here is going to town, you know, putting out its copper. It's setting it down. These right here are smart inserters, and I'll show you those in a second what they're doing. But they're basically putting the copper ore down, and then a small quick system to where it's just automatically putting the copper in and taking the copper plates out on each side. This one had to be a smart inserter, because if I would have had it to where it was pulling up anything, it would have also taken down and taken the copper plates and tried to put those in there, which wouldn't work very well. So that's that little system set up, right? So it's just feeding in the copper ore, getting copper plates out, and then sending it on its path. This right here is going to be set up so we can have this for coal. So I'll have an automatic little feeding system for the coal. The copper plates come down, and it's coming nighttime now, so it's a little bit harder to see. But the copper plates come down and go along this little track right here and feed out into this section. So they run into here and get fed into these three smart inserters that only pull copper plates. The smart chests, they're here just because I could actually change these two up if I wanted. I put these to where they were regular plates, but I just don't want to deal with it right now with the whole putting it down. So I mean, and they have good storage for them. This last one you can see has a green wire going to it. If I go in pretty close here, turn off that, you can see there's a green wire going to this last one right here. And basically this one is set up on the smart system so that whenever these guys down here, these two bottom, let me walk back over here. So that last chest for the copper plates, this guy right here with the green line is going along over here and coming to both of these smart inserters. They're set up so that whenever they'll be active when there's less than 5,000 in that last one. So once that last one hits 5,000, both of these will stop operating. So they'll stop pulling, which means this whole system is going to stop right here until that last one runs out. I'm going to make sure these are good on coal. Alright, so they're going and pulling into their system. This one right over here also is going to have the same thing happening with iron plates and steel plates. This one goes to coal, and this system's a little a little bit different. This smart inserter right here is connected with the red wire. Alright, we have coal is what it's looking for, so if coal is less than 40, it's going to keep going. Like if coal is less than 40. Yeah, so if coal is less than 40, then it'll start pulling coal out of here. If we follow this system down, you can see this is my whole electric network. That one wire, the red wire, is connecting to right here. So if this has less than 40 in there, it's going to start pulling, right? So I can pull this one out right here, And we can see that, bam, it starts putting coal down to pick up. Now, this system right here is also running off coal. Basically, on your boilers, as long as you have coal in the second two, it's going to keep the stuff warm, but it's not actually going to use them as long as your first one is good. So we'll see that one hit above 40. It stopped off on the back, and now you can see that there's 60 in there, right? Because it's getting its signal over here from this. Now I also have this one, which is just a short system. So basically it goes from this smart inserter to this smart chest, and it says if there's less than 200, it's going to pull. And the reason why I have it set up a lot higher is because this chest is going and feeding these two boilers right here. So it's going to run out before, quicker than this one if I had it set up for the same number. But with it being that this has 200 in here right now, and you can see that there's 24 in this one, 24 in this one. So this one will start pulling. Once this one gets low enough, and it says, hey, I'm less than 40, send some more my way, it's going to pull this one first, and this one's going to fill up its banks to 200, and then it'll be good to go. So that's kind of the thought process with everything on there, right, with that system. I also did change up the electric producers, and I have 3 boilers going to 3 engines, steam engines, on each row. So there's 9 steam engines right here. I have a total output that I can set of 3.6 megawatts of power, I believe. And the boiler comes from right over here. So the water's good, and it's getting the temperature stays up on those. So it's a smart little system running right there. Now we're going to continue moving forward on this, because what I need to do is start to get both the steel going and feeding into that system, and also the coal. The coal is actually more important because right now I'm running lower on coal. So we're going to set up the coal system first, and then we'll set up the iron and steel setup. So let's get that one started out. Now I am going to need more electric mining drills, which means I need more plates, and I was just over there. I got some right down here too. We have one on us, and I do like that whenever you hover over you can see it in your inventory. So we have one on us. We're going to go ahead and make 2. We could actually probably set this up for 3. Let's make 3 just in case. So that's what I've gotten taken care of so far in the game. Like I literally have been sitting here just kind of like shaking my head and wondering, I'm like, how can I get this to where it's a more a prettier system, so where it's not so just jacked up and everywhere. And then 2, I needed to make it to where it was just more of a clean system, if you will. So I have those 2 down there, and I have these 2 up here that are going to be feeding. I'm going to have 2 mills running. Let's go ahead and set up 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a similar system over to here. So we are going to have the smart links. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to go ahead and grab our smart inserters. And I did that wrong. I need one gap in between. Now, go ahead and pick this up. All right. Let's see. I want this to maintain, be as clean as possible. But in that same sense, I also want it to be as efficient as possible. And for efficiency's sake, this is a whole lot easier running this teleporter, the transporter, over than running it with the underground ones. That and the underground ones only go like 5 spaces, and then you have to like pull it back the other way. So, all right, we have this system set up. Let's actually take these back a few. We're gonna pull the. We need to make some fast splitters, so we need for one fast splitter we need 76 iron plates and 15 copper plates. Let me go ahead and grab one of these and one of these. Alright, so you can kind of see how the system is set up, and this right here is going to come out and split this information up between the steel set and then the iron copper set. And there might be a different way that we can do it. I mean, we could put a smart system in that says basically, hey, if the copper plates are full, don't send any more down this way either. I don't know though. No, we're not going to do that because then we'll just have it to where the feed off is going in and filling into this area. Makes sense. Come on, work faster. It takes a while to get some of these done to start making some of these. I've been sitting here just like brain going like crazy trying to figure this system out to make it to where it's just a nicer system all around. Alright, so we have our splitter. Alright, so that is going to split. We're going to have one go down and one go up. Alright, and we also need to fill in this wall, which means we actually need more stone, so I guess we can get that later on. Oh, that did that wrong. Come on, I just need one more gap. that one is set. We are going to need quite a few more of these. So let me go ahead and grab some more of these steel plates. And we'll just use all these up. Alright, so that one is going. For right now, though, we're going to just have this to where it's all going on this one setup. Alright, now we have our big electric pole, which has a much longer reach. And we're going to set this one running right alongside these other ones right here. Let's grab a medium pole, big electric pole. Alright, now for our long range pole. This one has a range of 30 blocks, which is nice that it has, you know, nice range to it. Let's bring this in just a little bit closer so that way we can I don't want you to connect to this one down here too. This will actually have to do. All right, so that should be getting power out there now. Let's see why these guys aren't working. Ah, filter, pick up coal, coal, and coal. Coal, there we go. All right, so those are putting coal out, and they're gonna follow down this line. So we'll have it to where they come along here. Now, whenever we get the full system set up with the steel side over there, which we might be able to get finished up on this episode, what they're gonna do is that's gonna split. So it's gonna be 1 and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and that way these guys have a constant pool of the coal that they're gonna need. And by having 3 systems set up right over here, and these guys set up to pull the coal, pretty much as soon as it comes through, it's going to catch. And even if it misses the first one, if there's too many coming through for the first one, it's going to be able to go through and pull it into the second one or the third one. So it's going to grab all the coal. There shouldn't be any excess coming out over here. And if these get low, say if this one comes down and I say, ah, nope, taking all your coal, it's going to fill it back in. But it only does it up to 5. So basically, if it gets down below 5, that's when it starts pulling. That's one thing that I've noticed with the system. So now we have coal going to each one of these, and it'll still fill up our boilers over here, so those aren't going to have any problems. We're going to have this one to where these aren't going to run out of fuel or out of coal. And then we'll get our smart system set up over here. Now these, I should also separate these out a little bit more. But in order to do so, it's going to be one that I need to adjust it in line with it. Getting these on the right timing is kind of a pain. Bam. There we go. Now those are on a timing to where they're evenly spaced, and they should all go into each individual one. So yeah, so it's a cool little system set up, and you still have it to where you have a little walkway right here. I do need to get some more of the bricks, the stone bricks made. You can walk around each individual area without having to worry too much about anything being in the way, which is nice. And these guys are going to stay full with their coal. Now we do need to go ahead and get the other system working right here, and I also need to get the stone system working, which the stone field is still a ways up here. It is. There's nothing I can do to get away from that one. I wasn't able to find another one really quick, and there's way too many biters over here on the map down here for me to try to get down there. That's a huge area of biters right there. So many biters. It's ridiculous. So, let me move that a little bit. All right, cool. We do still also have quite a bit of stone in here, which I forgot about. So I'll actually need to move those as well. All right, so let's figure out how we're going to get this system working. I want to do something very similar to this right down here. And possibly have it to where there are 4 engines, 4 steel furnaces. And the reason why having 4 is because, let's go ahead and grab these because we're going to need them. The reason why we're going to go and try to grab 4 of them is because 2 of them for just iron plates, pumping out the iron plates, and then the third one will have iron plates that it pumps out, except for instead of going onto the conveyor belt, it's going to go to the 4th one, which will make the iron plates into steel plates, and then that'll output onto the system, onto the conveyor belt system. So that's how I'm looking at that. So that'll actually be 4 steel furnaces and a lot of inserters and a couple smart inserters on that one. So that's how that system's going to run, I believe. So, and that's a good spacing for them because it's able to fill that up. You can see we have 394 in this chest now, so that's doing good. All right, let's see. I also need to add some more lights because it is pretty dark in a lot of these spots. There we go. Let's get one. We already do have one over here. We could afford to put another one right there. We're going to go ahead and put one on the right side of each of these. That just gives us a little bit of light so we can cruise along with that. All right, so Now, to start making some of our stuff so we can have all the steel furnaces that we need. Iron chest. Wooden chest. Don't really need you. We have 5 steel furnaces. Okay. And then we're going to need... Do we have any electric mining drills? No, we do not. We have 1. Now the green area around it, so it shows that it's going to pull from that green area, which means that we could put one right here. We need to get some copper plates so we can build some more. Two, 3. All right, so that makes 3 altogether we're going to have. And one right here, and then we'll have another one right here. So those are kind of separated out, but it's just because that's how the iron ore is on its section. So there's not a whole lot that I can do about that one as of yet. Where are my... I don't have any. All right. We're going to go ahead and get those being made up so we can have the regular speed conveyor belts just for this first system. Let me actually spin these around. So they're on facing this way. So those are set. Let's see, shift 3. We're going to pull these. And these ones, we're going to set these to where they're pulling with the smart system as well. And for that, we're going to need more plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ought to be good. We'll need them eventually, so. That one. That one. And that one. All right, and then you guys. All right, we're going to run these to where they're running pretty much right beside here. How do I not have any of these? Da, 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 da. All right. And so this system is going to work basically pretty much the same way. So it's going to pull off of the steel or the iron electric mining drill, drop onto here, run across this, we'll have it to where it's coming out up here. Right? So this is going to come along this way. And then it's going to immediately turn here. You know what? I don't even know why I have all this, because I have this system right here that needs to go as well. Let's run this right beside here. No, not our power. Dang it. That sucked. How is the system over there going? Pretty good. They're all spaced. Okay, I can deal with that. And we might redo this one a little later on, just so it's a bit more user friendly, I guess. But essentially, this is just going to be a mad dash right towards this system, so we're actually are going to change this up a little bit. Right, so that's going to feed all this up onto this system. And then from here, we're going to have our stuff set up. Our still furnaces we need our regular inserters. And this one is going to run a little bit long. I'm basically going to try to finish this one out. Shift 1. One space in between. All right, so this is going to be regular inserter going in and a regular out. These are going to be actually, let's move this one in one closer. And the reason is because we can have just a smart inserter that does the job for us. All right, so those are all popping out, right? This one, and this one are going to pop in. This right here, we're going to filter it to where it's only pulling iron ore. Iron ore. This one is going to pull iron plates. And then from here, we're going to run it on the fast system. A medium supply pole. Oh, almost forgot. The reason why we have this going back here is because we want to have these guys bet you I can run these with regular coal. Right, so these are running back here. And then we're going to grab the fast underground belt and the fast splitter, which is already on my system. All right. Bam. All right, now we'll get these guys set up with electricity. These guys. Now this is where it's going to look pretty ugly. All right, so each of these has 5 coal in it, you see? And that's just because it's coming off that line. This guy needs to be iron ore is what he's picking up. Nope, you're picking up iron ore, not plates. And you're picking up iron ore. So they're gonna start outputting iron ore. And it's gonna go to this system, like basically as soon as it needs it, it's gonna go in here. And this is gonna make the iron plates and pump those out. Now the hard part is that right now it is pumping out iron plates as well, so that's good. And then, but it's now it's actually catching up. Okay, so now it's set up good. We do need to get a light over here because it is rather dark. We can keep an eye on everything that's running over here. So we have iron plates going out. We don't have any iron ore going out. So that is good. And then everything is running into this system right here. So it's all feeding in right here. And there's no excess coming off. So that is how we wanted to get that system set up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys, because we're running up on 38.5 minutes. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the little system, how I have it set up. Do you think it's a cool little system? Do you have any ideas to how to improve it is the best thing to do? How would you improve the system? We're going to go ahead on the next episode, and we're going to start working into where we can get the automation to where it's going to shut off if it's full of anything. So that's going to wrap it up this time, guys. Make sure you join me next time. And until then, I am DreamWeaver23, reminding you to game happy, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.